Hello everyone, Monkey Thief 86 here, and welcome to episode 8 of Sky Factory. I've got myself the conduits I'm going to need, as well as some basic item filters that will go into the item conduits. And we can go ahead and get started on automating the smelteries downstairs. So a couple of things between episodes. I say I've added feeder chests and result chests to the smelter and the sag mill. End of IO machines have got a very useful part where you can change the facings on the machines to either pull or push items out, or both, from different directions, so it acts as a hopper automatically by itself, pulling from an inventory either adjacent or above it, and then exporting to an inventory as well. So basically these have just been set up so I can just dump a ton of things into that chest and have everything from each machine wind up where it needs to be, which is very helpful. Done a couple of extra essence plants, so we've got dirt, stone and nature essence growing, so it'll be easier to make dirt than having to compost things down. And then stone and nature make a few other types of things that we don't currently have access to, and I've got nether quartz essence as well, as that's something we need quite a lot of, and sifting soul sand is quite a slow process. So that's those additions. One other thing you may have seen on the smelter itself, I've taken the faucet off on this side and put a fluid conduit that will pull automatically from there and put it into the casting basin, and then this item conduit will pull from the casting basin and put it into the chest. So again, I can just toss a ton of metal in there and it will automatically pull things out. This currently is set to operate only when it receives a redstone signal, so I can turn it off if I want to mix things or use the basic casting table, which, while we haven't used yet, we will be using fairly soon when we look at making a sword that will be used for beheading things. So that will all use that. So smelteries set up here. We've got the same principle with the fluid conduits pulling out of the smeltery drain, except these ones are set to be always active rather than requiring a redstone signal. I've replaced the cobblestone here with the stone slab just so we can get down to a lower level. This will be necessary for putting the item conduits in and adjusting them. I did try doing it without and couldn't touch the top part of the item conduits, so it was a bit of a struggle to do. So let's go ahead and get started on here by laying the fluid conduits down that we need. So this will transport the lava into these seared tanks. Now you can also see it's connecting to these casting basins. That's something we do not want, so we will be changing that shortly. But let's get it all laid out first. We can make the adjustments all in one go. Okay, so I'll need to put them across here and across here, but I need to walk through it at the moment, so that's not going to happen. No, right, yeah, need a wrench. So I made a wrench as well, and then left it in a chest upstairs. There we go. So the wrench just lets us adjust the pipes without having to touch them. So what we want is no connection between the fluid conduits and the tank, or sorry, the casting basin. Doesn't matter what mode these ones are in, really they only need to be pushing in, but it doesn't make a difference if they're just set to do either or. Okay, so that's those set. Now we don't want to put the item conduit down just there just yet, because that will connect to that and then all kinds of things will start happening. We don't want that to happen. So what we need to do, I'm still going to have difficulties apparently, there we go, is put it on insert mode and we want to insert on the blue channel that this one is pushing out on. I'm going to need one of each of these. So we then put a basic item filter in and tell it you are only going to accept gold ore chunks. We then want this part to extract on red and be always active. So that red is the colour we used to put into the controller slave up here. So all of these items currently being drained out of there and put into our storage system automatically, and we want these to go into our storage system automatically as well. So shift click, there's a very small window of what you need to click. So insert blue, and I forget to put the filter in. So we've done gold, let's do iron for this one. Move it out of the way. Extract on red, and then go down the line, and this is how we're going to work for all of these parts. So inserts on blue, nickel, extract on red, always active. It's a nice and quick process when it all goes right. Insert on blue, that, lead, extract on red, always active. Insert on blue, filter, doing really badly at this, aren't I? Extract on red, always active. Insert on blue, remember to put your filter in. So I want to say copper was the one I did on here, wasn't it? Oh, so bad. Yes. Extract on red, always active. Okay, so it's now just this last one that we need to do. So if we make sure if we just set it to something that won't cobblestone out of that. So that's now insert on blue with the filter in. And then we want this to be extract on red, always active. And then we can try not to put things in the wrong place. Ones as well. The item looks, there we go. So that's all that part set up. Now we need to get the lava into here. Let's just move that torch out of the way, so we can then just bring the pipe over here. We might put these somewhere a bit nicer soon. And then we want this to be extracts, always active. So that's going to start pulling lava and start filling these tanks up. So these should all be gaining their parts. And then the next step is to have this one extract on blue only and start pushing all of its resources out. Except it doesn't seem to be doing that. Or is this just, yeah, it's just already full. So that one's not, oh right, yeah, forgot that one. There we go. So this will start draining out its resources and fill this part, and in future this will go elsewhere. So yeah, this will build up a small supply in there while this is still draining. Once this is done draining, this will then empty out as well. It will take some time for this to go through all of it, but all of these metals now go into here automatically and then get processed into the liquid form, pulled out of here and then put into our controller slave up here. So the controller slave connects to the draw controller that you will have seen just upstairs. And then automatically put all the metals into here, so these will start to fill up. And we've also got all of the machine automatically filling the parts from downstairs. And it's all thanks to this block connecting all of these together. I would say this can connect up to a 12 block radius, so it can go much further out than this, but this works quite nicely for us. One of the other things that you will have just caught a glimpse of is this little setup over here. So this is the design to make soul sand and clay. So this reservoir just acts as an infinite water source, and it's just basically the same as what this little pool was doing, and the pool upstairs. But it lets pipes connect to it basically. So the pipes are pulling the water and out and putting them into the wooden barrels. This wooden barrel, by being on mycelium, will let us grow soul sand as it turns all the water into witch water. So this chest acts as an input chest, put regular sand or dust into here, and then it will put them into the corresponding chests, which then also not chests, sorry, barrels, and then the barrels will convert it. So you can't put dust into witch water, you can only put it into water, and you can't put sand into water, you can only put it into witch water. So these only see a valid inventory for the relevant type of block you put in here, so I don't have to worry about filtering them off. So you put the part in here and it will just automatically fill it up for you. So I've had sand running, I've got 20 soul sand here. Let's just grab some dust and you can see how quickly it can turn things into clay. So if we just grab a stack of dust, put it into here, and you can just see as this fills up with water, it just instantly gets the dust put into it and then it's pulled out. And then this is the output chest, so it will just automatically fill up as we go. This will be automated even more later with our next stage, which is to make a refined storage system and crafters and the like. So I've had this in my inventory the entire episode, but as we're running a bit long on how long it took to get this part laid out, I'm not going to have time for it this time. So sneak peek, quartz enriched iron. That's a product of, I think it's a sand being sifted. You get quartz enriched dust. So I smelted that between episodes. I've got a little bit more there. You can also make it with 3 bars of iron and a piece of quartz. So get more that way. I laid out this platform ready. So what we're going to need is a few machines here and some power sources. I'm going to look at making solars. So I'll make the solar arrays off camera because that's going to be a tedious amount of repetition. Just glass and iron, a little bit of redstone and sand, and then we'll go up to tier 2s to make it a bit more compact. So we're going to want probably 16, maybe 32 RF to begin with, just to keep everything operational. So I'll make those. May just make a couple of the tier 3 panels, which just involves a bit of lapis, a lot more glass really, and some more iron. So we'll get a couple of them situated, and then we'll make a capacitor bank and the RF stuff, or the refined storage stuff, and we'll go into how all that's going to play out next time. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Monkey Thief 86, and I'll see you next time.